So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Is it Christmas Eve? I think it is. Oh, don't worry, I'm not working on Christmas Eve. I just did this before. In fact, I used to be a Christmas Eve shopper, so I had time for that as well. Oh, man. I was a Christmas Eve shopper until one day I became that guy, and I said, no more. Everybody needs a daily boost. How you doing? My name is Scott Smith. Welcome. Merry Christmas to you. We're just a day out of Christmas at this point. Holiday season here in full swing. Yeah, I used to be a Christmas Eve shopper, but you know what happened to me? Pretty simple stuff. I mean, one day, I'd take the whole day. I'd leave at 8 o'clock in the morning and just be gone all day. That was my thing. And one day, I was that guy at about 5 or 6 or 6. It felt like midnight, but it's probably late in the afternoon. I was at a store, maybe Walmart, I was there. And I just noticed something. I wasn't the one guy. I was one of several guys, all guys, wandering around the store, aimlessly looking for something in the kitchen section because you forgot to get the good stuff. Should I get her a toaster this year? There were so many of us, and there were all these employees that were looking at us like poor people. I felt really bad. I felt like it wasn't good. That was it. I stopped. I said, never again. And so I don't shop on Christmas Eve ever. I just order it and do like everybody else does these days. Well, good to have you. Hope your season's going well. In a couple of days, couple of weeks, we're going to get back to life again in 2026. Got to make some decisions. In fact, you may have come into this year making decisions, maybe not. I don't know. You came in the past year in 2025 with a lot of stuff. And 2024 and 23, the whole thing, a lot of stuff, right? That's your past, and maybe you're trying to escape the past, reinvent yourself. There's a lot of that happening around here. I don't know what it is, but in any case, you do want to move forward into something very cool in 2026. I'm telling you right now, decision-making is one of your most powerful tools in your personal growth toolbox. And it's a good time to start thinking about it right now, because as I go through my mind and I work with a lot of people, I'm always searching for a very simple process, just a couple little things that allow me just to make a decision, because it is that powerful. Have you ever been around people who are not good at making decisions? Yeah. You're either saying, yeah, it's me, man, or a boss or somebody who just won't make a decision when you just tell me what you want to do, right? Or how about somebody who's really good? You love them to death if they can make a fast decision. Making a fast decision, usually a wisdom-based skill. You've done it enough, you've learned, you can get there fast. It's a dynamic tool, and you need it. And it should be easy, by the way. Why isn't it easy? A lot of things should be easy. Why are they not? Well, almost everything in life has already been done. Can we agree on that? Look around you. There is very little that has not been done. In other words, you should be able to figure out to do almost anything. It should be a logical equation for you. Well, I want to do this. Let's do that. If it were only so easy, huh? Solution to getting what you want is almost always a logical step process. Figure out what works and do it. Figure out what works and decide to do it. Will you decide to do it if you can't figure out what works? No, you won't. But you know what? As much as we all can agree it should be easy, using logic to get what we want doesn't have a whole bunch to do with being a human, does it? Now, I think you're human. I think about 98.9% of the people that listen to the Daily Boost podcast are human. Most days I am accused of being human. Some days people say, where are you from? But because we're human, we are emotional beings. You've heard that before. That's not a word I ever use. Don't even use it very often now. But yes, we are just some of us are very emotional. Man, that's where it gets fun. A lot of psychologists, a lot of life coaches making a lot of money on emotional people. So which are you? Are you an emotional person? Do you lead with your emotions, wear them on your sleeve, or are you very logical? Which one are you? I have a client of mine I'm thinking of right now, very emotional on his sleeve and so logical, and it's a weird place to be sometimes. We have to kind of work between that. Come on, man. Let's just do what works. Logical person. No, man, I'm not feeling it. Let's go with the flow, man, and we'll just figure it out as we go. More of an emotional person. I'm a little bit of both. Depends on what's going on. If it's dangerous, I tend to be very logical. If it's fun, I tend to be very emotional. I'm a little bit of both. Which are you? Logical versus emotional. You know, this could be an epic battle. In fact, it is every single day. So your decisions and what you want to do, and sometimes why you feel so confused and stopped and lost in momentum is because you just can't make up your mind. So we have to find a way to do that. Let's take a side trip now. Let's go to the movies and see if I can make my point in the movie a little bit here, okay?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Now playing only on Netflix.
So in a movie, the hero has a problem. They call it the hero's journey. Boy, everybody talks about the hero's journey. What I love about a hero's journey, it's like a hit song. If you get the format right, it could be totally different and it's still going to be good. But in a movie, a hero suddenly has a problem. Something's happened. Life has changed. Gotta figure something out. It's not going as well as they'd like it to go. Something has to change. But they don't want to do it, do they? They really don't want to. I mean, professionally speaking, I think they're just an emotional mess at that time, no matter how real it may be or not be. But the truth is, as a hero gets involved in the movie, the story that we're watching, we're not going to watch a movie if something doesn't happen, right? So something has to change. So that's you in your life right now. You're wanting to go forward. You want to make changes in your life, whatever it happens to be, get a new job, change relationships, get a new house. I don't know. You got to decide, though. But in a movie, the situation suddenly thrusts them into lots of action. Because the hero essentially goes, man, if I don't do something, something bad's going to happen. Maybe that's happening to you right now. Maybe it's Christmas Eve. And that package hasn't arrived yet because, a lot of thrusting going on, right? What am I going to do? I can guarantee you can scream and get all emotional all you want to. But if you don't get off your butt and get down to the store and buy a gift, it's going to be a bad morning. Logic. Just kicks in. In the movie, the hero begins to fix their crazy life. And it's not fun. It's a journey. Sometimes it's just very challenging. But along the way, you'll notice something. And almost every single movie does this. As life gets in the way, their actions are seemingly not working. Their emotions are taking over again and again and again. And there comes a point in time when they're kind of lost. It's actually somewhere in the third act that happens. Everybody seems lost. Oh my gosh, we're not going to be able to fix our problem. Something's happening here. Not going to get what I want. It's not going to work out. You know better than that. It's always going to work out, right? But still, we buy into it. And they could be crying. They could be laughing. They could be just about anything. And then they go, oh, I have an idea. And it's never going to be emotional. It's always going to be logical. They get enough information, enough frustration, but at some point they go, you know what? This is what we're going to do. And they take the action and they get it done. That's your life right now. So you're going to run around with your emotions doing what they do. It's like when I buy a motorcycle, the last one I bought, I didn't plan on buying it. I just one of those guys who stopped in to get a cup of coffee and left with a new motorcycle 2.5 hours later. Salesman got my attention, got me so excited about these brand new Harleys. And I hadn't seen them up close. And I, man, this is great. I was so into it. My wife's looking at me like, what are you going to do? And the salesman says, you want to talk numbers? Oh, no. Well, we play good cop all the time. So suddenly emotion just went away. Although my wife had some emotions, I will admit that. Suddenly the emotions just went away. Suddenly it was all logic. We're talking numbers now. And for the next about hour, we're going back and forth and just all numbers. And yes, some emotions in there too, because now we're getting mad at the deal and everything else is happening. But the bottom line was I didn't want to lose the motorcycle. I wanted it. And suddenly, everybody agreed. And we hit that spot where the numbers are right. And the bike was going to be mine. And that's when emotions came back. Whoa! Yep. And the emotions lasted, well, until we looked at the checking account again. And yeah, you know how that works. Hey, listen, we're opening a new cohort for Fish Your Passion. I'll tell you more after the holidays. If you would really like to dive deeper with what I do around here, with a very cool group of people, Inner Circle Mastermind level group, just go to fishyourpassion.com, get yourself on the list, and I'll tell you more about it very soon.